We have a growing crisis here in Chattanooga where public housing residents are living in conditions many consider inhumane. Some tenants are dealing with mold, bed bugs, fallen ceilings, and even no hot water.
And we took these issues to our local government to get answers. Xavier Harris has the story.
It's crazy how you could just put somebody in a house knowing that it's not suitable.
Many living in Chattanooga's public housing say it's hard to survive with their current living conditions. Elizabeth Woods lives in a Chattanooga neighborhood with a housing voucher. She says she's been without hot water or heat for over a month. Her landlord says it's because she hasn't paid the gas bill, but with documentation she provided with me, it shows. She set up a payment arrangement in November and January. She also showed us a complaint she filed with the housing authority on January 5th. Her landlord also states she had not paid her rent in 11 months. We asked him to provide us with her ledger or her current balance owed, but he told us his attorney has advised him not to. Woods then provided us with Cash App payments she has made to the landlord over the last several months for her rent. She says going through all of this has left her no choice but to file a complaint with the housing authority.
So far, they've been unresponsive.
Woods says these issues aren't just inconvenient. They're a matter of safety and health.
It was snowing last week, and we don't have heat.
Over the past 2 years, we've heard similar complaints of mold, rodents, and maintenance neglect from multiple tenants. And those tenants are asking the same question. Why is this allowed to happen?
It's enraging. It's also really sad because, there's nothing we can do.
Wood says she was afraid to speak out before, worried she would lose her housing voucher. But she says it's all worth it if it means finding a better place for her children.
It's like a trap.
Woods' story is far from unique. Tenants like Nikki Rutledge moved because of mold, bed bugs, and broken plumbing at the Emmer Wheeler homes. I interviewed Nikki back in 2024.
But I can't get rid of the bugs. My sink is falling apart. My house catch on fire. Me and my baby were stuck. I got to kick my front door in order for it to open.
And despite repeated complaints to the landlord and the Chattanooga Housing Authority, little was done to fix those issues.
I seen a lot of backs being turned to me.
The Chattanooga Housing Authority receives federal funds to provide affordable housing, and in July of 2023, the city allocated nearly $3 million in federal funding to improve housing conditions. But residents say they're unhappy with the process of fixing the issues. It was only after Local 3 stepped in and spoke with the Housing Authority that Rutledge was relocated.
Do you know I still have nightmares about that house?
This isn't the first time we've heard about these living conditions. We reached out to the Housing Authority to ask why these problems aren't being addressed. A spokesperson for the Chattanooga Housing Authority PR firm, Robin Derryberry, declined to sit down with us, saying there was too much going on that will keep the team out of the office. However, she did send a letter that says landlords have 24 hours to make repairs for emergency conditions and 30 days for non-emergency repairs. If repairs aren't made in these timeframes, rent payments will stop and tenants can be offered a relocation voucher. The Housing Authority says they inspect units every 2 years unless a tenant or landlord requests an additional inspection. But tenants like Rutledge say those repairs are either not done or they're delayed.
Because how can you say that you care for your property and you're there for your tenants, but when your tenants come to you and they're screaming out for help, instead of you opening up your hand and say, hey, come on, let's try to work this together, you turn your back to me.
While these problems aren't limited to a few buildings, after years of complaints, I took these issues to the Chattanooga mayor, Tim Kelly.
We hear about housing issues all the time, and when we do, the city acts as an ombudsman or an intermediary to help with those issues. Doesn't matter if it's a private landlord, Chattanooga Housing Authority, we troubleshoot that sort of thing all the time.
The mayor says for people struggling with public housing, the city's Office of Homelessness and Supportive Housing is available to help.
You can just call 311 or download the 311 app. That's the easiest thing. You can go to the city website or you can call City Hall.
He added that the state of Tennessee is working on a new law that will create a rental registry to help track landlords and hold slumlords accountable.
Hopefully that bill will pass at the state, and that's something that we can keep better track of.
The bill is still moving through the House and Senate. It was placed on the Senate state and local government calendar and assigned to the cities and counties subcommittee. Reporting in Hamilton County, I'm Xavier Harris, Local 3 News.